So welcome back to the channel. For you guys that have been following my videos, you'll know that here 3 weeks ago I bought a Prentice log loader on a 1960s C60 Chevrolet chassis with a 350 I think in it for an engine. Since then we've been trying to get somebody to figure out how to get that from where the auction was to the farm. And the biggest problem was the clutch didn't work, still doesn't. The brakes don't work, still don't. And the gas tank leaks. So we had tried hiring a couple different people. The last person was going to try drilling holes in the bumper and using a tow bar of some kind to get it to the farm. See, the big thing here is the Underwood Road has a hill, and it's not just it's a mountain, and it's got a sharp bend at the top, and then it's straight away down through, and you don't have to go very far, and there's a stop sign. So we've been playing it back and forth, and I finally told Claude, he's my sidekick, and he works for me here, and said one way or another that thing's coming to the farm today. You know, if you want to stop and see Johnny on the way into Governor, see him. So he said, no, I'm going to run up and check and see if he's done anything yet first before stopping in. So he ran up to look at the Prentice and come back and said, no, nothing had been touched. I said, all right, go do your banking. And when you get back, we're going to go get that beast and bring it home. See, the biggest thing is arguing over who was going to drive the truck down the hill and how we were going to do it. Now Claude, he's 71. I thought he should drive it because he's had a good life, and I've still got those 11 years to make up somewhere. He didn't think so. He thinks he had a good life, but he still wants to continue living. So that left me. And we're trying to decide whether to hook the tractor to the back end of the truck and just try to creep it down the hill. But all we could envision was the truck taking off with the tractor hooked to it and killing both of us. So I told him, I said, you know, you're not going to hurt my tractor. What we're going to do is we're going to pull it out in the road. We're going to put some gas in this thing, and you're going to push start me. And I'm going to leave it in low range, and I'm going to drive that sucker down that hill. And the owner's son-in-law, his last words were, Eric, if you have to ditch it to the left side because we own that property. Huh? I didn't plan on ditching that baby. So we went ahead and we put 2.5, 3 gallons of gas in it, pulled it out into the road. I put it in low range. Like I say, there's no clutch, no brakes. So wherever I put it in, turn the key switch on, choke out, pump the accelerator like the old school. He gave me a push and the old girl started. Now I was committed. There was no way, no ifs, ands, or buts. I just started down the first part of the hill. And thank the Lord above that the truck held back and we went down the hill fairly slow, but the Prentice wasn't locked in the back, and I could feel the whole weight shifting as we were going around the bend. I'm like, oh no, don't do that, we're going to tip over. Well, we got about halfway home, which equates to about 2.5, 3 miles, and it run out of fuel. 2.5, 3 gallons of gas got me around 3 miles. Between how much that truck was sucking up with it being in first gear, revved all the way, and you take into account that the fuel tank was leaking as well. And I like to live on the edge, so I was smoking at the same time in the cab of the truck where the gasoline was leaking. So I figure, well, it's my time to go. It's my time to go. Well, we got halfway, and we're like, well, I had the gas can laying on the back of the Prentice. There's a little spot there. I said, I'll just put more gas in. I said, where's the gas can? So I put it back in the truck. The truck is back up to where we started off from, because we're going to go back with his truck and get my truck. So from that point all the way to the shop, Claude would start pushing me up the hills, and I would coast down the hills. Again, up the hills, down the hills, until we finally got it to where it sits now, and that's on the log landing that where Jeff Witten had come in and logged it here a couple of years back. But it's there. So I'm going to give you kind of a video of a walk around. I wish we could have got video while we were doing this, because it would have been hilarious. But, you know, tensions were high. So, watch the video. Alright. Oh. So for you guys that were interested, I can let you know that the Eagle has landed. Got her set up on my wood pile here. What I hoped to do is I wanted to give a video of us getting it home, but after putting 3 gallons of gas in it, the truck has no brakes nor clutch. Neither one of them worked. So what I ended up doing was coming down the big Woodrow hill. I had to put it in first and have Claude push me with a tractor to pop it to start in gear, and I drove that roughly like that for, I guess it was around 3.5 to 4 miles, and I ran out of fuel. So either she's dumping fuel somewhere or she's hard on fuel. But we got her home anyways with no brakes, no clutch, speed shifting, and pushing with the tractor. So I can give you a better view of what the stuff is now, you know, that she's mine and sitting at my place. She's gonna need some work on the interior. The C60 definitely got a heavy duty bumper on her. It was one of the old Chevrolets. We went up Monday and put air in all the tires and they all stayed up, so that's a good thing. Like I say, she ain't much, but when you figure I paid $200 for the whole thing and the hydraulic Prentice does work and it runs off the truck, even if I took and listed this for sale, you know, scrap price is worth $200, so I don't think I could go too wrong on it. But yeah, she's mine. So that's the story on the Prentice. She is home, so we're going to start calling her the Eagle. All right.